Uh, it it is starting now.
Good evening. Welcome to the Azubi Africa Cloud Engineering Info Session. My name is Lawrence Mwewa, an Azubi Africa Cloud Trainer, and today we'll get to know more about Azubi Africa and also about the Cloud Engineering Program. So welcome and stay tuned and don't miss a bit. Now, Azubi Africa is a unique company, a company for Africans by Africans. Now, Azubi was coined from a German word. I won't try spelling the word, but it stands for apprenticeship. Now, apprenticeship, as we all know, is a way to learn a skill in both a practical and a theoretical way. And this is what Azubi seeks to instill in all our trainees. Now, Azubi has a goal, a vision, and a mission to be able to place 10,000 Africans in decent jobs, and this is by the year of 2025. So the question is, how do we get there? Have we done some few things to enable us to get to that point of having that confident goal in sight? And the answer is yes. Over the past few years, Azubi Africa has been able to train over 1,000 trainees. These come from all countries within Africa, including Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, Rwanda, South Africa, and many, many other countries. We also have a huge team of certified trainers who have been able to guide the trainees and establish them in the relevant job spaces. We have been able to get a pass rate of around 80% job placements over the few years, and hopefully we want to see this percentage rising as the years come and go. Now, Azubi Africa is well known for its partnerships within Africa. We have been able to deal with different companies. At the moment, we are an education partner for Microsoft and AWS, while also leading projects for some German partner companies such as Get Innotized, as well as Scalework. So we really have invested a lot in this, and we really hope that you will be able to join us and be a part of this change in Africa. Now, our proposition goes like this. We want to focus on your careers. We want to make sure that you as an individual grow from where you are to where you want to be at. And how do you do this? The first thing is having a wonderful portfolio. How do you look like in the job space? Do you stand out? And this is done hand in hand together with our trainers as well as our expert career guidance. And we will be able to coach you, mentor you to be what you want to be. And we do this using a financial flexible model that allows you to access all the resources that you need to get to the level that you want to get to without having to struggle and start thinking of student loans or debts. So we welcome you to Azubi Africa, and we hope that you learn more about our program and our company in this info session. Now we'll be trying to look at a few things, and we'll be doing this as we learn more about Azubi Africa, as well as this particular program. And we won't take a lot of time. I think at this point, I'll welcome our first speaker to take us through why, the why of your career, and to see where you're at and where you can get to through the Azubi Africa Cloud Engineering Program. So at this juncture, I'd like to welcome our very own Mr. Gideon Saki, the Director for the Career Center Department.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Lawrence. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Okay, so just a little bit about myself. So my name is Gideon Saki. I'm the director of the Azubi Career Center. For me, I love people and technology, and being in this role allows me to actually do both. I already have a background in IT, information technology, where I started out with software engineering. I've also had experience with DevOps, automation testing, and also have over 14 years plus in service delivery. One of the things I enjoy the most, yes, aside reading, is also writing. which a lot of people don't know. But I love writing, and it allows me to really express myself. And it also allows me to get in touch with people, understanding how people truly are. For me, this is important because of the work we do here at Azubi Africa. And why is this important? And I think that leads me to the next slide when we are talking about what is your why. Okay, so we all need to now focus on what our whys are. Why are we here? And this is really important for anyone who is joining us today. Applying your why is what's really, 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 really important. Before you embark on any journey, one of the first questions you'll be faced is with why this journey? Why, like, what's the purpose behind what I'm doing? And this is really important, as I've already mentioned. So we want you to first embrace your why. You need to define your motivation, okay? Because there are going to be hurdles along the way. Now, as you want to enter into a cloud engineering career, for others, maybe you've had some experience. For some people, you've not even had any experience at all in cloud engineering. And this is the time for you to embrace your why and say, I've been able to identify this. This is the reason why I am doing that. Okay. One of the ways in which you can also get to have a firm grip on your why is the possibilities. All right. So being able to now harness the power of cloud technology and knowing that you can use this to really make a lot of change and impact in the industry. And this is the possibilities that are available to you when you are able to embark on this journey. This goes further to cement your why. That is what the possibilities that are available for you. Now, for us here at Azubi Africa, we don't believe in just training for a course or just training to gain technical skills, but also being able to chart a career path through these skilling that you go through, and being able to also discover yourself in the process. Should you get the opportunity to study with us, you go on a path of self-discovery. That I can assure you, and it comes with very, very rewarding opportunities. Whereby when you discover yourself, you're able to identify your strengths, you're able to identify areas in which you can improve in, and you see yourself at a new version than you ever thought you were. All right. Now, another thing that I'd also like you to think about, even before we go along this journey, is that understanding that by embarking on this journey, it allows you to be innovative, being able to tackle complex challenges, and also being able to interact with like-minded people. These would be your peers, and they are coming from different backgrounds altogether. We have a wide spectrum of applicants, we have a wide spectrum of learners, and I think Lawrence already mentioned that these people come from different African countries, and it is certainly a great community to interact with, right? My next word, which I would like you to also focus on when you are thinking about your why, is why should you persevere? And your why will now allow you to be able to overcome obstacles. Because each time you be faced with a challenge, if you've been given a quiz or an assignment which is quite difficult for you to comprehend, or you're having challenges with something, you're not able to juggle, your time, you're having time management issues, life situations do happen and you don't know how to juggle these things, it will require you to go back to your why, which will now give you the opportunity to persevere. All right. And this perseverance will help you to stay focused on the goal. All right. So your why will continue to be your anchor. Okay. Your why will continue to be your anchor. Now, your why is what will also allow you to even be able to measure your success. Okay. When you already have a purpose in sight and a goal that you want to achieve, and you know why you are doing what you're doing, it allows you the opportunity to also be able to identify and measure the progress that you've made. Okay, so your why will allow you to also measure your success. And finally, by embarking really on this project, by embarking on this journey, we believe that it will help you shape the future. Okay, so you being a part of us, we are actually changing the face of cloud computing. We are changing the future as we see it now. Imagine various people coming together to come up with different solutions that are being applied on the cloud. This is how we change the world, one person at a time. And today you are that one person. You are that one person who can also make a difference. So this is just an introductory into our cloud engineering journey. And at this point, I'll hand over to our abled, facilitators to also take you through this journey and give you more details about our program. So Lawrence, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Gideon Saki, for the why. I think we all needed to know why we need to have this in our careers and also in our lives. How to become a confident cloud engineer. For this, I'd like to welcome our very own lead, that is Madam Janet Echo.
Thank you, Lawrence, for this. My name is Janet, as Lawrence has mentioned, and since introductions are going around, I think it's just fair that I also do an introduction. My name is Janet Echo, plus a few other names. I am serving as the lead for cloud engineering in the Azubi Africa training team at the moment. I am what you call a nerd in IT. I like everything computing. Coding is coding fanatic, I would say. And I have a lot of experience with cloud, especially in Microsoft and AWS. I have a passion for knowledge transfer as well. And I've been able to gain some experience with coaching, mentorship, and a bit of education. And so basically, it's a good mix for me to be able to apply this all in just getting what I love, which is cloud computing, to people through my experience in education and coaching as well. So basically that's the background about me. And maybe something of this, Gideon likes writing and I like reading. So it's a good mix that I can read whatever he has, especially if maybe Gideon, you write comics, that would be fun for me to read them for you. So I'm here to tell you basically about our plan to get you to become a confident cloud engineer, right? Okay, so I think I would just like to go through the list and take you down our list. If I'm to break down what I think you need to become a cloud engineer, I'm going to say that you need technical skills, of course. I think all of you basically know that. You need some problem-solving skills, and you need to be able to collaborate and work in a team. These are things that are very necessary for you to be able to grow in this field and become a cloud engineer. For me and my team with our curriculum, we have a very career-centered way of looking at things. So we look at ways to help you gain all of these skills, and we mainly focus on the technical, but then we also have a huge team that focuses on careers. You'll be meeting Livashni very soon, and you've already met Gideon, to help you get to your destination. If I'm talking about technical skills, what do I mean? I'm talking about skills that help you to get whatever problem you've solved with your problem-solving skills and whatever solution you've come up with your teams to a destination. So you need to be able to get some services, to be able to get these services and get them all the way to the person with the issue to be able to solve this for them. Okay, so basically, I think that is the idea that we have, that if you're able to get these three cornerstones and you're able to add it to your soft skills and your passion, you should be able to get there. As I mentioned, we have a very career-centered outlook of things, and we are looking at giving you a very hands-on career-centered 9-month course to be able to get you all these skills that we think you need to become a confident cloud engineer. So what do I mean by this? I mean that we have a whole plan put out for you where we are looking at giving you some foundational cloud skills. We are looking at getting you integrated into project-centered learning and giving you some in-depth knowledge into AWS. And then we are looking at helping you to build a portfolio, which I think is the most important part of everything, and helping you to prove to the world that you've gone through this 9 months and you're able to do all of these. So basically take this link and look at this. This is my portfolio. These are the projects that are in there. In addition to these, because we work with AWS very closely, we have an opportunity to even write an AWS certification if you remain in good standing with us. So if you're able to go through all of this and you're able to see this through to the end, we are not going to abandon you at any point, but we want that those who are showing passion and who are putting everything into it, we give you the certification opportunity as well. Because yes, I know certification is not everything, but it helps you to get your foot in the door. So this is something that's very important to us. Now, per structure, you can see that we are intermingling this very, very closely all across the 9 months with career programs, right? So we have a lot of programs planned out by our career team to just get you to the destination. I won't want to let everything out of the bag at this moment, but we have like success managers with you. We have people coming over to talk to you, experts in the field to speak to you. You have clinics and summits and so many things that are going on. And all of this is just to help us in our placement center get you into the best highlights, basically, to be able to move on to the next step of being a confidence cloud engineer. All right, so if you come into our course, what would you be learning about? If you come into our course, what will you be learning about? You have some ideas from what I've just said. I've mentioned that there's platform agnostic material, foundation material that you'll be learning. You'll be doing some practice as well. And I mentioned that it's very career centered. Just to show you some of the topics you'll be studying, you'll be doing a bit of programming. We'll teach you a bit of programming because cloud is basically a lot of automation and you just want to get everything done as efficiently as possible, as easily as possible, as cost efficiently as possible as well. So time efficiency, cost efficiency, and ease. To get this done, we need a lot of automation. So we want you to be able to understand programming concepts so that in any room at all, you'll be able to confidently stand up and just speak your mind because you understand what's going on. We'll be looking at operating systems and Linux as well as the main one we'll be looking at to be able to do this. Third one we are going to look at is to look at other tools outside of the main platform that we are going to be learning about. So we'll be learning about AWS Cloud, but we are not going to be sticking with AWS Cloud. We are going to be learning about tools that are very common in this field, tools in infrastructure as code, such as Terraform. And we are going to be learning about containerization and container technologies as well. We'll be learning about version control. And so you realize we are not sticking in a bubble and we are basically not learning for you to go and get certified and be done with it. Okay, so the fourth one we also put here is the AWS specific services that are available. So once you've learned about basically cloud as a whole and things available in the cloud, we are going to look at specific services and their use cases as well in areas such as databases, security, storage, and a lot of other areas. If it sounds like a lot, please do not worry. You have a great team to take you through all of these things. And basically, there's a breakdown of all of this on the very next slide to show you some of these things that you'll be covering. I've spoken about them, and I would just like to point out that at every stage, you're going to be doing. So even right from Python, I would like to see 2 fun projects out of that, and basically to help us to see our outcomes and to be able to confidently prove that we've been able to do something. We are going to be doing throughout all of this, all the way to the end. So yeah, this is how our curriculum looks like. What else should you expect outside of this curriculum? We have speakers coming in to come and speak to you. So basically, we are working with careers on this, and careers might speak more about this as well. We have this opportunities to have met a lot of partners and a lot of different companies, and some of our people have gone to some companies, and we have companies actually coming to us. For example, Silicon Overdrive's CEO actually comes and sometimes gives guest presentations. Now, you could see the advantage of this, hearing from someone right in the field, someone you want a job from, being the one speaking to you, so you get direct experience from them. I think this is a really good deal, and I am very, very excited about this one. We'll get as many experts in the field to come and talk to us as possible. We would learn fun architecting lessons as well, putting together diagrams for people. I think it's one of the very impressive things that is technically not part of any AWS certification curriculum you find out there. It's just good to be able to put out your own designs as well, and we'll help you to do this. What else to expect? Documentation and portfolio management is out there for you. We will definitely help you to put together everything. We will guide you so that whatever you're putting together is well managed and well arranged, so that whoever is looking at it is impressed, and we will make sure that you filled your portfolio so that you can confidently go out there. And lastly, we would just love to add you to our community so that you have all these fun people all interested in the same thing, all out here for you. Now, rounding up all of what I've said, I know I've said it already. It might seem like a lot. I've already mentioned that we have a great team to help you through this, but then we also have a very flexible schedule for you to be able to keep up with our lessons. So as you can see from our timetable, we have about an hour and 30 minutes of meetings with you every day. And it's flexible in that you can meet us in the morning, in UTC time, 9 a.m., or EAT, you meet us at noon for 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then that's it. And then you meet us the next day. Or you could choose to do evening sessions with us, where we definitely do some practice with you, practice hands-on of things that you've learned in our self-learning material portfolio that we'll give to you. So we have material that you study on your own, and then you come in and then we work and we do to be able to get you to where we want you to get to. It states clearly that we need you to give at least 20 to 25 hours each week to this for us to be able to climb this hurdle and get over it and have as much out of this opportunity as possible. I hope this has opened your eyes to some of the things that we've put out there for you. And yes, I'll be very, very happy to have you in our classes. Thank you very much, Lawrence, for giving me this opportunity to share this. So I'll hand over back to Lawrence.
Great stuff to hear from you, Janet. It's always an exciting time, and this is the program we all want to join in. Now, we want to tackle career navigation, being led by our very own Livashni. But before we do this, we would like to think there are a few questions you might be having. In the live, you'll actually see there's a Q&A section, so please go up there and actually just put in your questions, and we'll be able to tackle them today or at a later date, but just use the Q&As for any questions you might be having. With that said and done, I think I'd like to welcome Livashni to take us through the career navigation. So welcome so much.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Livashni Chetty. I'm based in South Africa. And I am basically a career operations manager within careers at Azubi Africa. So I come with 15 years of experience, basically in various areas, specifically education. So I've got 15 years of experience with education in young learners, as well as high school students, as well as tertiary or beyond high school. I have a psychology background as well as coaching, specifically in career coaching and STEM development. So part of my background is in developing STEM skills in youth. And I have a passion for education, people, and technology. So this is why I'm so excited to be a part of this group and walk this journey with you. Okay, so what we have to offer at Careers. So basically, we offer a career. So we have quite a number of engagements that will be very, very positive for you to walk the journey in terms of your program. So we have career labs. So career labs is basically in your first 4 weeks of joining the program, they will be the technical aspects which Janet has mentioned. But besides that, you will be given the opportunity to join groups on a weekly basis to develop your understanding of career-related aspects like your CV, like your interview skills, like how to develop a LinkedIn profile and so on. So just developing your skills and understanding on basic foundations of how to go into this journey of developing your career or your job open relatedness, right? So career days, also we have career days where we have, as Janet mentioned, this is specifically based on career. So we have industry partners involved where they come through and they talk to you basically on the opportunities available in your industry, and kind of inspire you or motivate you in certain areas that you might need to develop and advise basically on how you need to go about in the path that you have chosen. Okay. Besides this, we have Azubi community talks. So here, this is an opportunity for you to develop not just your technical skills, but also develop your public speaking and presentation skills and showcase it. So here you can, amongst peers, get into groups, present on a specific topic and get feedback as well as provide feedback to your peers. And then we have tech meetups. So Janet has spoken a bit about this. So here we would get basically leaders or partners in the industry that you are working in terms of your program. And they will basically be talking to you, advising you, kind of mentoring you on how to develop your own self and your skills and be job ready for the specific career path that you have chosen. All right, so then there's the career support service. So we are very excited to launch the career success management program. So basically you have a dedicated career success manager after your first month. And this career success manager will be walking the entire journey with you. So from your fourth week or your fifth week, you will have regular interactions with your career success manager, developing your skills on a bi-weekly basis with groups of up to 5. So these sessions will basically be related to interview prep. So here you will do, for example, mock interviews that will prepare you for your actual interviews, as well as CV prep. So what kind of CV do you need to have in place? We do CV checks and ensuring that your CV and your cover letter or motivational letter is on track to getting you into the job that you want. Okay, besides the bi-weekly group sessions, we also have one-on-one demand sessions with the career success manager. So here you get to meet your career success manager individually, and basically the plan is to kind of tailor whatever is discussed in the groups into your requirements. So what kind of CV would you require specifically? What is your own specific or individual career goals, and how do you work towards meeting that? So goal development, career development, as well as the path to that, which is your mock interviews, CV checks, etc., will take place. Besides this, the career success manager will develop you to be open to networking opportunities, and as well as empower you to network. So not just find the opportunities for you, but empower you to go out there and find opportunities as well to network and become known into the industry and put yourself out there. And lastly, we provide job placement. So besides networking and actually empowering you to find jobs, we do offer platforms where you can probably be placed. But that is with us working together. So your career success manager and you will be working together to make you job ready and to be placed into the career that you would like. Okay, so that is in a nutshell how the careers team will be working together with your training team to develop your program, or to develop you throughout your program and prepare you for the kind of job that you are looking for. And I think this is a very, very brief summary, but when you actually meet your CSM or your career success manager, you have a partner to walk through this journey with you. All right, thank you, and back to Lawrence.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's good to know we have a partner in Azubi Africa to guide us to that professional level. Now, almost at the end, we have an exciting way just to see how you can find your own journey. So this will be led by our previous speaker, Mr. Gideon Saki. So I think if you're able, you can just go ahead.
Okay, wonderful. Great. So I would say a big appreciation and thank you to all the previous speakers. We've been able to highlight what the program entails, and then also the value that is being given by this program. We here do not take it for granted, and we trust that for everyone who joins the program, they will be able to take away the same value that we are offering, and even more in that sense. Now, the most critical questions which we need to always ask is, how do we fund this journey? Here at Azubi Africa, if you are watching from, it depends which African country you're watching from, you see a symbol here, and it has a mouthful, a word which is a mouthful, and this is actually called an Adinkra symbol. It comes from the Akan tribe in Ghana, okay? And this is called Funtum Funefum Denchem Funefum. All right, I had to take it slow there, all right? And essentially what you're seeing is conjoined crocodiles or lizards, all right? And here it signifies the value that says that we are in this together, because their fates are tied together. They are conjoined at the belly, meaning that what one takes in affects the other one. So either good or bad, it affects both of them. That is exactly what we are saying here, that your success is our success. If we are able to see you go through this program and support you in your journey, then you will be able to also pay back and then make this program sustainable. So now let us go deeper into the financial aspects of how you can actually fund your journey. Okay. All right. Good. Now, there are 3 ways in which we would like to, let you know about how you would be able to finance your journey. Now, one thing you need to think about is, for us here at Azubi Africa, it's fair financing. Okay, it's fair financing. What do we mean by fair financing? We have 2 main ways, which is a monthly payment model and also an income share agreement model. Okay, now for us, it is important that we are able to be fair, in that it is not a financial burden to anyone, but that you can have equal access to education, irrespective of even your current financial situation. In the events that you are already working, now our financial model, basically you do a repayment of our income share model for just 18% of your monthly income over 18 months. Okay, and with this, you can start your career without any additional, financial pressure as it is. And for persons who do not readily have the full cost of the program in that sense, you are able to gain access to these to the modules of the program, and actually are able to start your career journey whilst anticipating for the job that you are going to get into before you actually make payment. What we are basically operating here is an earn before you pay model. Okay. Also, you have a united community. And what makes it special is that the reason why you are able to have this opportunity today is because of past cohorts who have been able to complete and have also started making what payments. And that is what makes it sustainable for us. That is what makes sense for us, that this program is worth investing in. All right. And we and our investors will then go ahead and say, let us pre-fund it for persons who are willing to put in the work, who are willing to strive for a new career in cloud engineering. Okay. So now let me break down the monthly payment and also the income share agreement. So for the monthly payment, this is the case whereby you are already a working professional. You need these skills just to upskill, upgrade yourself or get into a new role. Okay, so this is a very good option for such persons. Here, you are looking at paying a total cost of 1,900 euros, and this includes a 100 euro enrollment fee. Okay, and this enrollment fee only comes after the first 4 weeks of the program. All right. So what will happen is that when you are selected for the program, the first 4 weeks will become a trial period for you and also for us, where we get to see if you will be the right fit to continue in the program. And you will also get the opportunity to say, all right, I've been through the program and I really like it and I would love to continue. Okay, so that first 4 weeks, you are not going to make any payment. But after you are selected from the first 4 weeks, you will make a payment of 100 euros as enrollment fee. For those who are with the income share model, all they need to pay is the 100 euro enrollment fee, and you only start payment after the program has ended and you have gotten into a job, where you begin to now make a payment of 18% over a period of 18 months. Okay, so these are the two main models of payments that we have provisioned for our learners. We really think about this, and it is a consideration that we believe allows people to have equal access to the kind of education and value that we are proposing. All right. Now, there are other details which go into this, and I'll explain them in the upcoming slides as well. What is important is that for us, what we do here is we operate a trust-based support system. Okay, so it is indeed a risk. However, because we believe in people and technology, we believe this risk is something that we need to mitigate to somewhat of an extent, while still having faith in the people that we are investing in. So we have what we call the guarantor factor. Okay, because you are wondering, all right, how will you know if I'll pay back? Those kinds of questions. Yes, what we have in place is a guarantor. Now, a guarantor will basically help us mitigate the risk and also build confidence with our investors. At least you have thought about the risks that are involved in this. Okay, so what does being a guarantor mean? Okay, so for you as a person coming onto the program, a guarantor will be someone who can actually vouch for you, okay, and say that I can vouch for the integrity of this person, and I can also be held liable one way or the other if this person fails to, fulfill the demands of the program or fails to fulfill their requirements based on the contractual agreements. However, this person is basically banking on your integrity, okay? And that is what a guarantor will be. Now, who can be a guarantor? That person needs to be above 21 years and also be financially stable, okay, or responsible, given that there is a financial commitment to this, okay? So you want someone who you believe is financially stable and also is legally responsible for your repayments as it should be. What would then be required of a guarantor? We need the consent of this person. Okay, so it's not just about writing a person's name or providing their details, but we will speak to this person, we will communicate with this person and get the consent of such an individual that indeed they are vouching for you and they are happy to support you along this journey. All right, so that is where the guarantor also comes in. Now, I want to emphasize that this is really important because as an individual, you need to make sure that you also have a team that supports you. Here at Azubi Africa, we will support you. However, who is also there to support you along this journey from where you're coming from? All right. So that person also serves as an accountability partner where they can say, okay, you say you want to pursue this. This is something you really want to pursue. I'm happy to support you. Okay. And I trust that you'll be able to do the job. I trust that you'll be able to, commit yourself throughout the program and fulfill our requirements and land that job that you desire to land. So this is why the guarantor is really important. So for anyone who is very much interested in this program, even as you've come to this info session, one of the key things you need to already begin doing, all right, is looking for a guarantor, speaking to your friends, family, relatives, people that you look up to, mentors, people that you look up to who you know will just be willing to say, hey, I can append my signature to this and I can attest to this that you are a committed individual and you will be able to go through the program with no hitches. All right. So already begin to think of who you would like to be your guarantor for the program. Okay. Now, the next thing as well is for anyone who is joining because maybe they saw a link and they were able to join this info session. If you haven't already applied, this is what you need to do. And these are basically the steps that you will go through in order to begin your journey with us. All right. So now the first thing is to sign up on our application portal. There is a link that you see either on our social media handles. You're going to see all of those on our social media pages. You're going to see all of those there, and you'll be able to sign up on our application portal. It's very simple and easy. Okay. And there are 3 videos that you just need to watch those videos. These videos give you an insight about cloud engineering and also, being able to upskill and then move to the next level, becoming a better version of yourself. Another thing you will need to do is to upload your CV. Okay, your CV will help us know a bit more about you and see if you're also, this is something you truly want to pursue and see how you also align with the goals of the program that we have. The other thing is you will take a very short assessment, and this is a technical assessment. It includes an optional tutorial. So if you feel you already have knowledge in this field and you don't need a tutorial, that's okay. But if you're also new, there's an optional tutorial for you to also take, and then you will be able to take the assessment with it. Okay. The next step will then be to also join these info sessions actually. So for most people, they are able to either join the info sessions directly or after they've gone through this process, also signed up for an info session and a Q&A call. So currently what we are doing now is this info session that we are talking about, where you have been able to see the program structure, the value proposition, the career navigation pathways, and even understanding your why, and then also how you can fund your journey. And right here, how to actually begin your journey. So once you've been able to do that, even after this session, what we will have is we will have a Q&A session where you'll be able to speak with faculty, and we will also be inviting some of our alumni to join us so that you speak to them and ask them about, okay, what were their challenges, what did they face, and those who have succeeded and what they are doing in their new roles. And as of now, it will really be an interactive session and for you to ask all the questions that would be you'd be concerned about. So essentially, this is how you can also start your journey. And we appreciate the time that you've made for this. The team is poised and ready, to support you along this journey. What we are showing here is just a tip of the iceberg. There is so much more in store for you, and make sure that you sign up, make sure that you submit, you upload your CV. It should be a recent and updated CV. Okay, that is very important. It should be a recent and updated CV. Take the optional course and then take your assessment. Understand why you are doing this, and you have a whole team who are cheerleaders that are going to support you along this journey. Then start your journey with us. So that'll be all from me for now. I believe the team will be able to also support in answering any questions in the Q&A portion. Over to you, Mr. Moderator. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gideon Saki, for the overview. I believe now we've gotten insight about Azubi Africa and especially the cloud engineering program. Thank you so much for this. Now, as we've come to the end, I think we can check if you have any questions in the session and find out how or which questions you can answer for the time being. As we've been informed, we will have another session for a livelier Q&A session where we'll get to meet more people and engage quite a bit more. So I'll leave this. Probably you have a few minutes, let's say 2 minutes, to post any questions that we may have and see how we can answer them. So if you have any questions, we do have a Q&A session at the top of your live event. So just head over there, post in any questions that you may have as we check on that. Okay, I see we had a few questions during the session. Some have been answered. Again, we hope this was quite engaging, quite informative, and really hope you actually got to understand who we are as an organization and our mission to support you as well as push Africa to the next level. So with that in mind, I believe we all want to look forward to the next session, but before we do so, we have one question. Let me just check on that quickly. All right, so our question goes, is it possible to fast track learning if you already have some experience? Is it possible to fast track learning if you already have some experience? I will throw that to Janet to assist us with an answer for that.
I have caught it. Thank you. So thank you very much for the question. I think this is a very good question. Again, I would just like to remind us of our goal in all of this. The goal is first and foremost career-centered. We want to get you into a job. So if in the process of how we've planned our curriculum, you'll be putting out applications, you'll be studying, and you basically just be building your portfolio as time goes on. If you are way ahead of the class, good for you. You'll be able to finish your portfolio early, and then you'll be able to put out basically applications, and hopefully you get picked, and yeah, you get into a job. And we will be available for like first few months. Maybe if you are lost in this whole job world and all of that, you could always reach out to our managers and our career team with Gideon to be able to just give you advice on how to maneuver through this new jungle. So I would just advise that we do not shrink away from anything that the team is trying to teach you. Just try to learn everything and get through it, and just apply and get a job, because that's our main goal.
Thank you so much, Janet. As they say, everything nice, just take your time to enjoy what you have and make it the best experience ever. So to Mr. Gideon Saki, I think we have a question you can answer. In case you can afford to pay your bills, do you need a guarantor? In case you can afford to pay your bills, do you need a guarantor?
So you do not need a guarantor. The guarantor only comes in for the income share agreement, right? So in the situation where you have decided to do a monthly payment, you do not need a guarantor for that. So a monthly payment would be 200 euros per month over the period of the course, which is a 9-month course, right? And including the 100 euro enrollment fee, that will make 1,900. So in the event that you are able to pay your own bills, you do not need a guarantor because that is the model you have chosen. All right. So the guarantor is only available for those who have the income share agreement model. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that. I think we'll put Janet back up. Janet, how about somebody who hasn't had any experience with coding or tech? Are they able, where do they start from? And also, how will the classes be held in this particular program?
This is like a double-decker question. So, first one, if you do not have a background in coding, this is not strictly a coding course, right? This is a cloud computing course, so that is fine. What we would like to avoid is being super fresh to tech. That would be something that's with the level and the speed at which we'll be going, you might struggle a bit. So if you are new to coding in particular, like maybe programming in JavaScript or anything like that, that's fine. We'll be teaching programming in Python, so you can study from there. But I need that you show some motivation, and I see that you've already done some research and you're studying on your own or something to prove that you are very good at this. This is a hint, by the way. Maybe you could look at ways to add that to your CV, all the things you've studied, so that we can tell that you really want this. But then what we are avoiding altogether, this is associate level. So if you are very new to tech, we can build some background and try and build some knowledge before we jump straight into this. So if you want to start out and you're very new, I think you could start out with basic concepts. Okay, read about security, internet security, read a bit about networking. Those are not very calculative. Those are things that you could learn the concepts and try and understand them. And then you can learn a bit about how this whole cloud thing came about. A basic thing you could do is even try and understand what a computer is actually. It will really help you with understanding of everything else, so you don't really get lost when we start. About the second one and how, Lawrence, can you repeat it, please?
Oh, okay. So how will the classes be held?
The classes are remote, they are online. So of course you need your laptop for all the hands-on we'll be doing, but you also need your laptop for meetings, and you need internet as well to be able to come into the classes. We'll be having a lot of different kind of sessions. We'll be having hands-on sessions, we'll be having self-learning material, you'll be doing group work on the project, and also other things. And for presentations, we'll be doing a lot of check-ins and discussions. There'll be tutorial sessions to help you catch up. So those are just a few of the ways we'll be studying, but a lot of them will be in teams and with your trainers to guide you along the way. But then there's self-learning as well. I hope that helps.
Yes, I think the question was mostly to do with the online, but I think we've answered that. Now, I think we'll be taking our final questions. Again, I know this has become quite interesting, but let's see what other questions that we have. We have an individual who's been able to sign up. They have uploaded their CV, a CV being a document file, PDF or Word, mostly PDF. But then they say that once they have taken the assessment, they are still being brought back to step one. What could be the issue with that sign-up process? So I'll probably throw this to you, Gideon. I'll probably see if there's a fix to this, or it's just, let's say, a network delay.
Okay, so essentially, I mean, it's a bit difficult to understand what the real issue is there. So what our advice is, they take a screenshot, send an email to careers@azubiafrica.org. They should get a response to that, and they'll have that rectified for them. But once their CV and their assessment has been received, and that is considered a successful application. Yeah.
Great. So our support staff are always on the line, so send us an email. This you can also get from our socials or on our website, and we should be able to assist you if you face any challenges. So do not shy away from that. I believe there's a lot more we would like to understand, and this is why you've heard from our previous speakers that we have another session where we'll just be tackling Q&As, FAQs, having one-on-one questions and answers with staff and also alumni from the program, so that you can actually get to better understand the program and what exactly is in store for you and what exactly you need to be aware of. So our final remarks would be that now, since you've gotten a taste of Azubi Africa and you see the program that we are offering to you at this point, it's good that you do your research by today, tomorrow, and by the time we get to Friday, you now have your questions in order. Anything that's not clear to you, we'll be able to tackle that on Friday. So just keep a keen eye for the session links, and I believe that will be the best avenue to answer all the other questions that we may be having. Now, with that being said and done, I know there are a few more questions, but I believe this would be a good time to say thank you for coming in, for letting us be able to express our organization to you and be able to sell our product to you. So you hope you take some time and go through what we've offered you. Look keenly in what we're trying to give to you. So thank you so much, and I believe welcome our very own Janet Echo to give us her final remarks before we end our live session.
Thank you very much again. Lawrence has been calling me a lot today. I have to charge you for this. So final remarks. I am very grateful for those who are able to make this session. I know some of us have other things going on. We've made it here. And I am very, very glad that from the questions you're asking, it shows that you've actually been listening to all that we said to you. So please, thank you very, very much for passing through. Now, I would like, as Lauren said, please take your time to go through the material that has been given. Just absorb it. You can come back for our Q&A session for all other questions. I'd like to see more questions. I saw one question about placements, for instance. Yes, this is very important to us. We have like a whole team working on this to get us into jobs. Of course, we need to do our part, but as learners, but it doesn't mean we are also just sitting there, not waiting to assist you throughout this whole process. So thank you very much for making it. And I will be very, very glad to see you in my classes and help you just get through this journey. I'm always like ready for new people to come in. So thank you very much for passing through, and see you again soon on Friday. Bye. Bye-bye.